Very Dark Man is doing a great job on the investigation of the death of Mohbad. That is something I'm really seeing right now. A lot of people are coming out to commend Very Dark Man, while some other persons are being used against him. And these guys clamored for justice for Mohbad. I need to really talk about the justice for Mohbad that a lot of people started off with personal agenda to it. The lies of Iyabo Ojo, I will really blame that lady because she started off on a wrong note. You got something really conflicting with a person of Naira. That is your own self conflict with him. And then bringing it into or taking it into a justice for Mohbad was really a plot twist. That is something I got to understand because they diverted the whole attention of Mohbad's fans and a lot of people calling for the justice of Mohbad to the case of Naira Marley, saying that because the lies of Naira Marley actually bullied him, the lies of Sam Larry and the rest bullied him, that means they killed him. They didn't want justice anymore. But based on the updates coming in from Very Dark Man, because earlier on a lot of people were really against Very Dark Man and saying a lot of things. Why would Very Dark Man be calling with me and all those things? Where people were asking the questions, who were those people who were with him in the house once he died and all those kind of things, and explanation could not be made about that. But right now, a lot of people are getting to understand because Very Dark Man in the interview the driver that actually drove the Uber driver that drove them, and he still interviewed a person of Prime Boy. A lot of people were condemning that interview with Prime Boy, indicting kind of Zlatan Ibile, where he started interviewing the likes of Sam Larry, who also indicted Zlatan. But Zlatan, they talk anything about this whole thing. But right now, we are getting to really get some kind of shocking details about it. I think Nigerian police, they didn't do well enough, or they were compromised. That is what a lot of Nigerians are really saying right now. A lot of people, ladies, attacked a lot of us online when we asked some serious questions about Wumi giving her own side of the story. But these guys are not really coming out because it's becoming obvious right now that Wumi didn't tell, a better story about it, or a kind of believable story or details, or didn't give well details about it. And this is really indicting for her. That means she is really covering a lot of things for herself. And at the end of the day, somebody may get arrested. But what I'm seeing right now is that they are using the blogs right now to attack a person of Very Dark Man. That is something I'm seeing. A lot of people are now coming out to say, Very Dark Man, they use the case of Mohbad, they make money, they cash out and all those things. Stop looking at the money side. Waiting in the talk, the question when they ask, are they right? That is the thing you need to ask yourself, because a lot of people needed to hear and needed to really understand how Mohbad died before being laid to rest. And now we are getting to understand that the only person where they look for justice right now for Mohbad, now the papa, among the family members. That is something I got to understand. But some people, they say, they will try to blackmail this one, they will try to blackmail this one, they will try to even blackmail Very Dark Man. But based on the revelation of things right now, we are getting to understand that a person of Wumi, Mohbad's wife, is not really excusable from the story. That is something I got to understand about all of this. So what is your own take about it? You all have really listened to the interview he had with a lot of persons. He released part 1, part 2 yesterday of the Uber driver that drove them from the concert back to their house, and when all of the things happen. And it shows that yes, Wumi knows a lot of things and she didn't want to say it. But now, who were aiding her not to say a lot of things? The lies of Iyabo Ojo were really out for Very Dark Man. She even dragged her boyfriend Paulo into the whole story, just because you want to cover something, you want to cover somebody and all those kind of things. You want to accuse Naira Marley so that you use this justice to really go or get at Naira Marley and the rest. But now we understand that no be Naira Marley actually kpai Mohbad. A lot of people understand that the people wey kpai Mohbad im wife know am. So why is she not talking? That is the thing. And who is helping her to really keep mute? That is one thing we got to understand. The likes of Tonto Dike got involved. The likes of Iyabo Ojo got involved. And everybody will get involved to kill this kind of justice, to cover it so that we don't go get justice at the end of the day. Whether you like it or not, karma exist. Their family go feel am one or two, they will feel it. And at the end of the day, that very dark man now dig up the details and a lot of things, and maybe the police come step in and do a lot of things, got some people arrested or get some people arrested at the end of the day. Man, Iyabo Ojo's reputation is down the drain, and already a lot of people don't really trust our reputation again because of this singular action. Because you got to avoid this kind of thing. So that is something I kind of understand. There is a theory out there that says that yes, a fight would have happened between Wumi and Mohbad. Maybe in the fight, in the process, he pushed her down the stairs, or maybe he stabbed him, or those kind of things. And then that was an honest mistake. But to cover up the thing now, she needed a lot of things to cover the thing. And the justice for Mohbad was really diverted to the lives of Naira Marley, so that they can get them lynched. Thank God these guys were not in Nigeria when the thing happened. It will be another thing right now. But when Very Dark Man started asking the questions, all those kind of questions, a lot of people, especially ladies, I don't know who is paying them, we bloggers, and they even attack us. They were saying a lot of things like Very Dark Man is this, is that, is this. They don't want to see anything good. But right now, we are getting closer to the truth. And we got to understand that some people not talk truth for this matter. I'm so much disappointed in the lives of Zlatan Ibile. I'm so much disappointed in the lives of Iyabo Ojo. I'm so much disappointed in the likes of Wumi, and also his so-called close friends and his younger brother. Because this case, they made it look like the papa they look for money. So at the time, I was asking myself question: who go love Mohbad more than a papa wey borrow money to send and go polytechnic? I don't seem to understand. The mom left him with the father when he was very small. The papa, they borrow money, they do carpentry, they do everything. Are you telling me that you are going to love him more than the father? That is the question a lot of people really ask at the time. So we get to understand it from a different point of view. So to an extent, this case is really coming to a close. But right now, what I'm really predicting, that Very Dark Man will be further a kind of blackmailed. A lot of things, negative things are going to come out against Very Dark Man. Before that, it is in noodles and a lot of things. They are going to do more because some people are bent on trying to cover up this case. And also, in the end, a close relative, family member will be indicted. That is something I'm really predicting with this whole case. So what is your own take about this? I want you to put your own comment in the comment section so that you can have a take on what you feel. Before I jump off, I want to say thank you guys for watching our videos, and thank you for the love so far. If you are new here, you can click the subscribe button below and the bell notification icon to always get notifications each time we upload our videos.